Today we want to talk about love. It is one of the most unique experiences, perhaps exclusive to humans. In normal circumstances, people always prioritize themselves. Our physical health is important to us, and we always wish for the most comfort and strive for financial independence, bringing in as much money as we can to provide more comfort for ourselves. But when love enters our lives, the story changes completely. Suddenly, someone who until yesterday only cared about their physical and mental well-being sacrifices their pursuit of happiness to please someone else. A person is willing to dedicate their time, energy, and money to make the person they love happy. Love is inherently beautiful and can make life for a lover many times more beautiful than normal. However, this seemingly delicate matter has other dimensions that may plunge a person into absolute darkness. As much as a healthy love can lead to progress in an individual's personal life, unhealthy love can destroy a person's life and make them an unwell individual who has no desire for life. A love that can destroy our lives is one that makes us dependent on the other person. A sick love is one in which we can't even enjoy a meal without our lover's presence. When we're away from them, even breathing becomes difficult. Today, I have prepared a story for you that can be very inspiring and teach us how to look at the subject of love so that we can stay safe from the harms of love accompanied by unhealthy dependence. Be sure to stay with us until the end of the video so that you can gain an excellent conclusion from our story. Once upon a time, in a peaceful town nestled in the heart of a lush meadow, there lived a wise Taoist monk named Wei. He was known far and wide for his profound teachings on compassion and release. People came from distant places seeking his wisdom, hoping to learn the secret of loving without attachment. These teachings were rooted in the principles of Taoism, which stressed the impermanence of all things and the importance of freeing oneself from attachment to achieve true inner peace. He believed that love could be a powerful force for good in the world, but only if it was practiced with wisdom and without attachment. One bright afternoon, a young woman named Maya arrived at the monastery seeking Wei's guidance. She was deeply troubled by her inability to love without becoming attached. She explained to the monk how she had suffered heartbreak after heartbreak in her relationships, leaving her feeling empty and lost. Wei listened compassionately to Maya's story, and then he began to impart his wisdom. Attachment, my dear Maya, is like a heavy chain that binds our hearts and causes suffering, Wei said gently. But love, when practiced with wisdom, can be a source of great joy and fulfillment. Maya was eager to learn how to love without attachment, and Wei decided to share a story that had been passed down through generations in his monastery. But before he did, he explained the fundamental difference between love and attachment. First of all, Wei began, you need to understand the difference between love and attachment. If you are in love with someone, it means pure love. You say, I need you to be happy, and if that happiness includes me, that's much better. If it does not include me, it's okay. Anyway, I need you to be happy in your life. That is love. In attachment, you say, you need to make me happy. If they are not able to make you happy, you say, why aren't you making me happy? That is called attachment. Maya nodded in understanding as Wei continued. So, my dear Maya, to love without attachment, you must first realize that everyone and everything is subject to change. Nothing in this world is permanent. Now let me tell you a story. In a nearby town, Wei began, there lived a couple named Qian and Arya. They were deeply in love and seemed to be the epitome of a perfect relationship. However, Arya fell seriously ill, and her health deteriorated rapidly. Qian was devastated as he couldn't bear the thought of losing his beloved wife. Wei continued, as Arya's condition worsened, Qian spent sleepless nights caring for her, holding her frail hand, and whispering words of love. He was attached to the idea of Arya's presence in his life, and he desperately clung to the hope of her recovery. But despite all his efforts, Arya eventually passed away. Maya listened intently, her eyes filled with empathy for Qian. After Arya's passing, Wei continued, Qian was plunged into deep sorrow. He mourned her for days, unable to find solace. But then, one night as he gazed at the moon, a profound realization struck him. He understood that his attachment to Arya had caused his suffering. He had loved her deeply, Wei said, but he had clung to her as if she were a possession, not realizing the impermanence of life. Maya nodded, beginning to see the lesson in the story. Wei smiled and said, Kian decided to honor Arya's memory by living a life of love and compassion. He started helping the less fortunate in his town, offering support to those in need. He found solace in the act of giving and loving without attachment. Over time, Kian's heart healed, and he discovered a profound sense of inner peace. Maya was deeply moved by the story of Kian and Arya. She asked Wei, "But how can I learn to love like Kian without becoming attached to the outcomes of my relationships?" Wei replied, "The key, my dear Maya, is to cultivate love with an open heart while embracing the impermanence of life. Understand that all things, including relationships, are subject to change. Now let me delve deeper into the wisdom of Taoism. Remember," Wei continued, "everything in this world, every experience, and every relationship is subject to change. Just as the seasons change, life is impermanent, and so are our connections with others. When you grasp this fundamental truth, you start to release the chains of attachment." Maya was captivated by Wei's words, absorbing the profound insights into love and detachment. She realized that to love without attachment, she needed to embrace the impermanence of life fully. Wei went on, "To practice love without attachment, you must cultivate self-awareness. Recognize when attachment arises within you and observe it without judgment, like a passing cloud in the sky. Acknowledge its presence and let it drift away." Additionally, Wei continued, "Practice mindfulness in your relationships. Be fully present in each moment with your loved ones. Enjoy the beauty of the present without worrying about the future or dwelling on the past. This is where the true essence of love resides." Maya was taking mental notes, eager to apply these teachings in her life. Wei offered more guidance. Accept the impermanence of all things, including relationships. Understand that nothing in this world lasts forever, and that includes the bonds we share with others. Let go of the illusion of control and possessiveness. Cultivate compassion. Wei emphasized, focus on the well-being and happiness of your loved ones without expecting anything in return. Be selfless in your love and actions. Your joy should come from seeing them happy, regardless of the circumstances. Practice non-attachment. Wei continued, detach yourself from specific outcomes in your relationships. Allow them to unfold naturally without trying to control or possess them. This way, you will free yourself from the burden of expectations. Remember, Wei concluded, nurture your own happiness, find joy and fulfillment within yourself rather than relying solely on external sources like relationships for your happiness. When you're content within, you can love without needing others to complete you. Maya thanked Wei for his invaluable guidance, feeling inspired and empowered to embark on her journey toward loving without attachment. She left the monastery with a newfound determination to practice these teachings in her life. Over time, Maya began to put Wei's teachings into practice. She learned to love with an open heart, cherishing her relationships without clinging to them. As she embraced impermanence and focused on the present moment, her relationships grew healthier and more fulfilling. Maya's journey toward loving without attachment was not without its challenges, but she understood that it was a lifelong practice. Through her dedication, she discovered a profound sense of inner peace and a love that transcended attachment, a love that was pure, selfless, and everlasting, just like the wisdom she had received from the venerable monk Wei. The moral of the story: true love flourishes when we let go of attachment and embrace the impermanence of life, finding inner peace and selfless compassion in the process. As we come to the end of this Zen journey, I invite you to become an integral part of our Inspire a Zen community. If you found inspiration in this story, support us by hitting the like button, sharing it with your friends, and leaving a comment below with your thoughts or any Zen stories you'd like to hear next. And for more moments of motivation and tranquility, don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell. Your engagement fuels our journey. Thank you for walking this path of wisdom and enlightenment with us.